Number 10. CASPER the camel. In September of 2019, a Florida woman was attacked by a camel and only escaped after biting the animal's testicles. The incident happened at the Tiger Truck Stop in Louisiana, an establishment known for exhibiting wild animals. The unnamed woman's pet dog had crawled under a barbed wire fence and into CASPER the camel's enclosure. The male dromedary was spooked both by the dog and by the woman who'd followed her pet inside while trying to catch it. CASPER pinned the woman against a wall, brought her down, and then sat on top of her. Trapped beneath the animal's crushing weight, she bit CASPER's testicles, thus prompting him to retreat. The woman was taken to a hospital, but CASPER didn't suffer any significant damage in the altercation. Number 9. Çetin İlden. Turkish farmer Çetin İlden was in the middle of telling a TV crew about how camel breeding had changed his business when one of the beasts attacked him. The camel locked its powerful jaws on the man's knee, then swung him through the air and into a fence. İlden remembered feeling as if his leg had been separated from his body. His limb had gone completely numb. Fortunately, he made a full recovery after he was treated at a local hospital in Samandang. Camels are even-toed ungulates from the Camelus genus, known for a distinctive hump on their back. There are 3 camel species: the single-humped dromedary, the double-humped Bactrian camel, and the wild Bactrian camel. With the exception of the latter, most camels are domesticated working animals. They provide their owners with milk, meat, and textiles. Camels are well adapted and vital for transporting people and goods in the harsh desert habitat. Their flat feet distribute weight in the sand, while slit-like nostrils and double-rowed eyelashes help keep out sand particles. Camels have thick, tough lips that allow them to feed on dry, thorny desert vegetation. Their humps are reservoirs of fatty tissue, which is metabolized into water. They can go for 10 days in extreme heat without drinking a drop. The fur at the top of their body is thicker, allowing for shade, and thin everywhere else, thus enabling easy heat loss. Camels are strong animals, capable of enduring conditions that would kill most other mammals. Attacks on humans or vehicle collisions are reported every year, and some end in death. Number 8. GOVIND TRIVEDI. In the city of Ahmedabad, in the Gujarat province of India, a man was tasked with guarding a camel but failed to do so properly, and the consequences were tragic. Phula Meena had been paid by the animal's owner to watch it as he ran some errands. The camel was tied up next to a market road. As the hour got late, Meena fell asleep. A 45-year-old builder named GOVIND TRIVEDI was returning home and strayed too close to the animal. The animal attacked him and viciously clamped its jaws on his head. Trivedi's screams woke up Meena, who intervened and tried to rescue him, but he too was bitten on the leg. Trivedi's injuries were beyond medical intervention and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Meena claimed that after the camel finally let go of Trivedi, other locals beat him for his negligence. He also had to be taken to the hospital, but eventually recovered. Number 7. Circus camel attack. In July of 2017, a circus animal handler was brutally trampled by a camel at a Maryland fairground in the US. The 57-year-old man was trying to move the animal when it suddenly charged him. It's unknown why the camel attacked, but some blamed its rage on overwhelming heat and fatigue. The handler was repeatedly bitten and trampled. His injuries were severe enough that he had to be airlifted to a trauma center at the University of Maryland Medical Center. Dromedaries account for about 90% of the total camel population, estimated at around 14 million. They mostly live in Africa, particularly in the Horn region, South Asia and the Middle East. The domesticated two-humped Bactrian camels live in Central Asia. The critically endangered wild Bactrian camel is the only species that's truly wild, and it inhabits the Taklamakan and Gobi deserts in Mongolia and China. There are currently over 700,000 feral camels living in Australia. They're descendants from camels brought to the country in the 19th and 20th century. The population is growing steadily, and the Australian government has culled thousands of camels, mainly because they're depleting resources on which sheep farmers rely. Number 6. Peggy McNair and Mark Meir. In January of 2015, 2 people were trampled to death at a Texas farm by a rampaging camel. 73-year-old Peggy McNair owned Camel Kisses Farm near Wichita Falls, where visitors could come and interact with the humped animals. She and farmhand Mark Meir were trying to close the gate of a pen housing a large male. The animal, which reportedly was in rut, became aggressive and charged the pair. They couldn't get out of the enclosure in time and were trampled to death. Both people were dead by the time sheriff deputies arrived at the scene. A game warden subsequently put down the camel, with permission from the McNair family. Number 5. Camels invade town. Back in 2009, a remote town in the Australian outback called Docker River came under siege as thousands of camels invaded it. The feral animals were searching for a water source. People were too afraid to come out of their houses for fear of being trampled to death. About 6,000 beasts damaged houses, roads, and blocked the town's airstrip, preventing medical evacuation but also the transportation of vital supplies. With residents trapped in their homes and with the camels being too numerous to divert, the country's government opted for culling the beasts. Camels have a warrior pedigree, as they were once part of various cavalry detachments in Africa and the Middle East. It's not hard to understand why camels made optimal war companions. They can sprint into battle at 40 miles per hour and run for extended periods of time at 25 miles per hour. To compare that to human performance, it would be like running a marathon at a sprinter's pace. Aside from durability and adaptability, camels are massive. The Bactrian camel can stand at up to 7 feet and weigh 2,200 pounds, almost twice more than a grizzly bear. A dromedary will generally be taller but weigh considerably less. Camels have a strong bite, and there have been reports of them decapitating humans. Being thrown off a camel's back means falling from considerable height and may result in broken bones or fatal injuries. Additionally, they can deliver devastating kicks with any leg. Their massive weight and sturdy hooves means they can easily trample people to death. Number 4. Camel bites owner's head. In May of 2016, a camel bit its owner's head off after the man had abandoned it all day in the sweltering heat with its legs tied. The incident happened in Rajasthan, India, where temperatures may go up to 123 degrees Fahrenheit. According to eyewitnesses, the animal attacked as soon as the man untied it. The camel bit its owner on the neck, then threw him to the ground. It then started chewing away at his neck, effectively severing his head. According to other villagers, the man had had trouble with the camel in the past. In one incident, it took 25 people in a struggle lasting several hours to restrain the enraged camel. Number 3. Pam Weaver. As a present for her 60th birthday, Pam Weaver was given a camel by her husband. The young male, less than 1 year old, was housed at the couple's farm in Australia's Queensland state. One day, as Weaver went to check on the camel wandering in her backyard, she was swiftly knocked to the ground. The police suspect that the camel then tried to mate with the woman and, in doing so, crushed her underneath its weight. Weaver's lifeless body was found with clear hoof marks on the arm and face. The camel had had other violent outbursts while at the farm. It attacked livestock and had tried to straddle a goat, nearly suffocating the animal. Today's topic was requested by Ash Goodwin. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. It's said that an angry camel will attack anyone, even its owner. This is why it's important to give wild or feral ones a wide berth and to properly care for domesticated ones. Camels are social, herd animals that will enjoy your company if they're treated right. This means access to clean water, food such as Bermuda hay, and a salt lick, since sodium's important in their diet. Make sure they have plenty of space to move around in their housing area. Training them to follow your lead should never involve being rough with the animal. It's preferable to use positive reinforcement for good behavior in the form of threats. A sick camel may be more likely to attack. Always check for signs of illness, which may include a soft, squishy hump, refusal to eat, or an internal temperature below 99 degrees or above 103 degrees Fahrenheit.
Official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com. Some of it is to die for.
Number 2. Karen SACCONE. While holidaying in the Canary Islands, 61-year-old Karen SACCONE became the victim of a horrific camel attack. The woman from Derby, England, wanted to experience a camel ride on the beach the day before she was due to fly home. Moments after she had sat on a camel's back, the beast got spooked. It threw SACCONE forward and she landed face first in the sand. With her legs still caught in the seat strap, she was dragged for several feet. During this time, the camel and another one, which the owner struggled to hold back, started kicking and stomping the woman. SACCONE thought she was going to die. She survived but sustained a fractured pelvis, a collapsed lung and 5 broken ribs. She needed about 4 months of recovery time in the incident's aftermath. SACCONE also suffered lasting complications on her left knee, for which she required several surgeries in the years that followed. Number 1. Richard MILESKI. In October of 2014, Richard MILESKI was killed by a camel he owned at his exotic animal ranch in Tulum, Mexico. The runaway beast relentlessly kicked and trampled the American man. As MILESKI was still clinging to life, the camel sat on his body and asphyxiated him. Rescuers had to tie a rope to a pickup truck in order to pull the animal off MILESKI. According to one of the workers, the ranch owner succumbed to his injuries as he was given first aid. It's unknown why the animal had attacked him, but one version had to do with Coca-Cola. MILESKI would always treat the camel to the soft drink, and it's believed that he was attacked because he hadn't brought it the sugary beverage. Thanks for watching. Would you rather get bitten by a camel or work for a month as a rodeo clown? Let us know in the comments section below.